Yes, 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 yes. Give me just a second. Let me know you can hear me on YouTube, man. Alright, looks like you can. Loud and clear. It's like them Jen. I love that. Alright, man. Yes, 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 yes. Let's stop that. Take that down. We're looking at the chart here of Spotify, baby. SPOT, Spotify Technologies, listed on the NASDAQ. Does pretty good money flow cycles. As you know, money flow is not so much about prediction as just opportunity times, really. Don't really know where things are going. I don't believe you can technically know where things are going. I think things can set up in repeatable patterns, which, a pattern can give you an edge. I think what the real edge comes in is that you're buying quality things at the right time. And if you've never seen the money flow or what I'm talking about, this is a pretty clear picture right here, what you're looking at if you're on Instagram or YouTube. It's a little easier on YouTube, but I don't like to leave out. Some people are at work and shit. They can't do it on. And that, my friends, what you see there is the money flow. And it's just a pattern of price movement. Now, Spotify does it pretty good here where sideways runs up, sideways runs down, sideways runs up, sideways runs down, sideways. Sometimes, what's up, Mike? Sometimes people will think of that as prediction. It's not really prediction. It's just direction, And often after big downs, we see ups. And what we don't know is how far the ups last. We don't know. And that's the unknown, man. And nobody knows. And the reason I stress that is it's super important because it can be you can easily be tricked into thinking there's somebody that knows. They don't know. Now, you can be a good stock picker. And that is a skill set, studying stocks. Another skill set that's worth putting in time is trying to spot and identify market rotations. When does the market turn? When does the market not like a particular style of stocks? And so the shorter your time frame, more of value that may be to, because then you could get out of those sectors if that's what you wanted to do, or hedge them, or, just get ready to, in this case, trim them, right? That would be trimming them. And then once you start getting down into this range, if you're following the money flow, then you're probably thinking stage one. Let's see. Hey, Diane, I haven't forgot that delivery, and I appreciate that. They gave me till toward the end of the month, and I just didn't know what location I was going to be in, so I wanted to make sure before I had them deliver it. I meant to DM you on that. Mike did a lesson on that last night. Michael. Yes, sir. Let's see. So what I was looking at here was Spotify. There's a lot of, obviously a lot of stocks do it, but we like to see these big swings. You don't want to get a chart and they're really small swings. But what's funny, if we take all this off and you're just looking at a chart, it really hasn't done anything. I mean, it's gone from 300 to 220 and it just kind of bounces in there, And here's a good example of what I was saying. Like, we don't know how long the stages last. Wait, hold on. Fat finger. If you look at these horizontals here, these were pretty close. But over here, when it ran up, I'm assuming it's going to the previous one. And if you look, man, it just didn't quite get there. It tagged the RSI and then stopped. And so that's what the money flow allows us to identify, is because once it did that and started going sideways and then starts to come down, we're like, okay, well, this is probably breaking down. And so that's the that's the uncertainty. Oh, let me get this in here. I'm on my mobile setup, man. Hopefully I'm going to get a little bit bigger desk in here and could get dual monitors and all that shit back. I don't have that here. Oh, yeah, Mike, man, you need to come to New Orleans. That'd be great. That'd be great. I got here last night. They had all the streets blocked off. And this fucking yahoo this truck is just sitting there. And well, in the quarter, it's pretty tight, man. You can't just sit there. It's like New York or some shit. Like, you got to keep moving. He's just sitting there. And finally, I get out of the car. I'm like, I go walking up there. What's that? Oh, I'm just waiting on my friend. Man, get the fuck out of here. You're blocking the road. Fucking waiting on your friend. You know, the whole city, he's got like 500 cars behind him. He's just been sitting there for like 3 minutes, man. Stock snipes. All right, so this Spotify setting up nice. We're seeing this pattern in a bunch of the growth stocks. You know, I think the bottom is in. Obviously, could be wrong. Let's look at Zynga. Same setup in Zynga, not quite as wild a swing. You know, this is definitely an undervalued stock. I think it's worth $12. You know, I don't know if it gets there on this money flow. So when you see the pattern and you're like, well, I think the stock is worth $12. That doesn't mean it's going to go from 6, stage 2 breakout, run up to 12. That's not what it means. Sometimes people think that. It means it's going to go through this pattern, working its way to $12. You know, and maybe that looks like a buyout. And I mean, that's one way it could go straight to it. That doesn't happen very often. Happened last year in Stamps. Happened last year in Taco. That can happen. And whenever you notice that, whenever there's a buyout, if you ever notice when the price it opens at is usually where TipRank said it was worth. I don't know if you noticed that. Like TipRank said Taco was worth like $12.50 to $13, and guess what it sold for? Like $12.50. I mean, so, but it doesn't mean it's going to do it in one money flow stage, you know, process. So, you know, this could run up, stage 2 breakout, runs up to $8, starts to go sideways, come back down. You know, then it goes sideways and runs up, and it might take 5, 6, 7, 8 money flow cycles to get to $12. We don't know. Working with an agent now, getting down in New Orleans to film. Oh, bro, that would be cool. Maybe I could come watch you work. They do a lot of that filming for NCIS over here near Jackson Park, man. I was over there the other day. They had a film crew out, and they were filming for it. I didn't see any stars though. It was like all background footage and shit they were doing. I was like, hey, can I be in your movie? Let's see. What's another one we're looking at? I'm trying to think of one that's just breaking out. Oh, where's Twitter? Let's look at Twitter. Coming back down today. Still building this nice stage 1. We took a position over here. We'll see. In my opinion, Twitter is definitely undervalued. Let's pull up TipRanks. And let's see what Twitter is coming down at. I gotta get a new computer. $66. That's a little high. But that's funny. Look, where's previous high? $66. That's kind of weird, right? It's been there 3 times. Could it go there again? For sure. What indicators are you using? Can we see left side chart? Yeah, bro. Go to the newsletter. Click my bio link. Go to the newsletter. It'll tell you right here. Don't be greedy. Just click my bio link. Go over there. The trick is how to use the indicators. That's the trick. Yeah, I think Twitter's a good one. I mean, it's way below the 200. If you're in Discord with me, we just did any of these dividend stocks trading below their 200. We got a little channel for that. We want to try to catch them on these stage 1s if you can. Those tend to be good option plays too, in my opinion. Let's look at SC. Is this this a solar company? Let's see. Oh no, CLTD also trades on the NASDAQ. Yep, stage 1. Let's see, what do they think this is worth? SE. This is a shipping company though, ain't it? God damn, 409. Wow. Previous high is 370. Nice. In the honey wagon. Yeah, that SC, man. E-commerce, okay. See, oh, is this the one then? All right, yeah, I know what this is. Nice chart. All of these, right? ARC, all of these look the same if we're dealing with all of these growth stocks. ARC's pulling back today. I wouldn't read too much in today just because it's the last day of the trading week. What's that second website you check? It's called Tip Ranks. Kind of helps you value stocks. What's up, different Saprify, bro? Yep. Let's look at the let's look at the Dow though. Where's the Dow? Yeah, market's fine, man. Dow's now down 50 points. We're up against previous highs. It's not extreme. That tells me we can go higher. If you look, I don't see a top until that happens. Sometimes the people are below. I think the market is this and that. That all is bullshit. That when the market is too high, that happens. Okay? And that is not happening. So the market's not too high. When that happens, then the market's too high. And then look, you see it come down. And then what? And then it gets too low. And then what? And then it goes up. And you say, come on, man. Yeah, that's how it works. Over here, look, market was too low. And then it ran up and what? It was too high. And then what? It came down and then what? Went too low. And then what? It's come up and it's not too high yet. And it'll just float, man. And if you look at that, it makes this pattern that God gave me right there. So that's beautiful, right? Yeah, we're good on Gush, man. We don't get shook out like that. Let's see, did Gush pull back a little bit today? Sometimes these stage 2s can take a minute. Oh, yeah, man. Come on, man. Don't make me get mad. It's the last day of the year. I'm trying to be a new man this year. Mr. Positivity. Oh, man. It was a horrible year last year. I'd only put this out in my Discord, but my truck got stolen. My brand new truck. I was a little afraid somebody on Instagram was fucking with me. But yeah, my brand new truck got stolen. That sucks, right? All my stuff in there, all my tools, personal shit of mine from my son, all that stuff got stolen, man. Not cool. Anyway. Yeah, man, so I'm going to try to be a happier, nicer GP this year. Maybe try to offend less people. Let's see. A lot of people on Instagram are sensitive. So, yep, Gush 120 is our target. Obviously, we don't know. We're playing off this candle. Even if you were super tight trading, if you've ever read Wallace Wilder, he created RSI, he created ADX, DMI, all those indicators. He has a thing called the extreme point rule. And when you would say this as your breakout, right? His stop would go the extreme of the low, so right there. So even on this little, you're still fine. Still fine, man. Yep, see, look, everything's up. We're good on Gush, man. We'll just let it see how it plays out. What's up, Prophet Piggy? Prophet Piggy. If you haven't hit the newsletter, if you got some time, or not newsletter, if you haven't got, if you hit the newsletter, there's a link in there to my Money Flow podcast. I've got a few interviews now. I think I've done 4 people. Did one with a friend of mine named Nick out of New York, actually New Jersey area, but he's a real estate guy. So I'm kind of bringing on people that do real estate, do stock market. Some are brand new in their journey, man. They're 32 years old, got 1, 2 properties, just getting going. Some I'm gonna have on there got 30 or 40 properties, so or been trading stocks for a very long time. Some are brand new, trying to get different perspectives. Tip ranks, man, tip ranks for checking out the value of stocks. There's also Morningstar, there's also a bunch of other things, man. There's a bunch of stocks that help you with true value. You don't need to sit around studying cash flows and all that stuff. All right, so let's take that down. Let's look at the SPY. Now, SPY is your wind. Still fine, still above, still moving higher. 5-day, 10-day, everything's moving up. Good to go. Market's still going higher. Let's look at bonds. Bonds were in a stage 4. Oh, coming back. Oh, shit. That's not good. Damn, they're back in the box. Now, in my triple, I have this thing on M1 Finance where I'm in 3 triple leveraged funds. The technology, bonds, and the S&P. And I set my weighting back to equal weighting on those 3. Bonds are coming back into what I would call the box here. Oof, looks like they want to go higher. Yeah, if you have E-Trade, he's right. You can see tip ranks on there. It doesn't give you as much information. Tip ranks does offer other things, but for just price points, it does give it to you. Yahoo Finance works too if you're on a super tight budget. Not as well, though. How you Brandon? Brandon, sounds like you need my course on getting started with stock charts so that you could clearly define. If you were to buy that today, son, by Monday, you'd be a fucking expert. But you probably won't. I just got a feeling you might not. But if you did, this time Monday, you'd be given the class. Back in the box. It's back in the box. What else we got? Let's look at, we did all that. Look at the Qs. Just think, Brandon, by this time Monday, you could be as smart as me. Qs have pulled back, hit the high. They've come back into the box on a bearish side, back into the box. Let's see. Not good. See, but what you got to get out of the box is when to buy, when to sell, man. That's the trick, is how to interpret the box as far as buys and sells, getting, or moving money in or out, or downsizing or increasing the size of your position. Adobe and Crowd, yeah, those are going up. CRWD, let's look at CrowdStrike real quick. Yep, same pattern as spot. All of these growth stocks have almost the exact same. Thoughts on in phase? I don't even know what that is, man. Do you have a ticker symbol? Let's look at Bitcoin. These are your big ones. You should be watching these every day. Ooh, Bitcoin's selling off. Bitcoin had run up and took that 20 and then it got banged down. I want the stock charts class, but I'm so new to it, I want to understand the fun. That's the whole point of the stock charts class, is the fundamentals of stock chart reading, bro. It's me explaining to you what is this, what is this, and we have a 30-minute fucking video talking about that. That's the point of it. It is for beginners. Let's see. So Bitcoin's still in the box. Now, if you look at Bitcoin, what do you see? What's up, Manny? Sapper Phi. Let's see. Got a Marine in the house. Yeah, Bitcoin's still doing its stage 1 thing. Started to break out, pull back. Still in this zone. So we know if it breaks, it's probably going to the next one, which is what, 42. But a lot of these altcoins were looking good today, so I'm surprised. Happy New Year's to you too, sir. Well, we won't get into that, man. I appreciate that, Ben. So that's the big six, man. Every day I like to check, oil. We did it with Gush, but I like to see where's oil. A couple ways you can look at oil. Simple is just the USO, and oil's been moving up. Oil's moved up further than the stocks have. So if we look at the XLE, you notice that? Are you noticing? Can you hear me? Am I clear to you? Do you notice the difference? Oh, the DA. Let's see. Do you see what happened? So this is USO, oil. Oil itself ran up. Look. But if we look at the XLE, which is the stocks, hold on. They started to run up and then they stopped. Are you noticing the difference? Why is oil up and then the stocks didn't follow? Why is that happening? Why is that divergence happening right now? Interesting. What's up, man? Champion all day. Why are you working so hard, bro? You should be not making all that money on those roofs and come to New Orleans with me tonight. What are you doing, man? You're out there making all the money. There ain't gonna be no money left for us, bro. You need to relax. You're gonna take all the money out of the world. We ain't gonna get none. All right, there's a crazy person outside my door right now screaming, a homeless person acting crazy. So that is interesting. We need to know what's going on. So whenever that happens, dig a little deeper, get down into Exxon. So look, Exxon, Gush, Chevron, Conoco, they didn't run, but oil seems to have run. So that's interesting. We don't know. There's a little divergence going on. See, there's the regular oil, the IPATH Pure Beta Crude Oil ETN. Ticker symbol oil, OIL. It ripped and the stocks have not followed, which means by getting into Gush, I was trying to play the stock component of the oil breakout, and we should have played the commodity component of the oil breakout. So there's a difference between the commodity of oil and the stocks of oil. Now, typically they run together. When they don't, you have what you call divergence. Something's going on. One of them is right, one of them is wrong. On T-Doc. Come on, man. You know what's wrong with T-Doc. It's a growth stock. It's a growth stock. You'll be all right. I like T-Doc. Kathy Woods has been buying it. I own it. It's a stage one. If you're not in it, it's a great spot. If you're not in some of these growth stocks, man, this is really a good spot to get in. He said, I'm not greedy. Let's see. Oh, man, here we go. I got to block another one. There we go, bro. ET, same thing. Oil play, right? All the oil plays, the MLPs. Now, what you got to know about ET, ET is an MLP. Stands for Master Limited Partnership. Now, I don't know if you guys know this. Whenever you own an MLP, they're going to send you a tax form, right? They're going to send you a tax form, a K-1, at which you have to put that on your tax returns. For some people, that scares them. I don't know why, but it does. It's just a little thing called a K-1, and there's a little spot for it on your tax returns. So they're going to send that to you, and when they do, you got to report that. So keep that in mind. I would like to get into the stock market, but I don't know what I'm doing. That's what I'm here for, bro. Get my book. Let's see. So we got ET. Now, ET's slacking. ET is bread and butter traded. Is definitely under the 200. It is big time undervalued, but there are issues underneath the fundamentals of the company. They got a $14 target. That means you're going to collect an 8% dividend yield to wait for your price to increase 50-60%. So you're going to get paid 8% to wait around and collect 50%. Let me say that again. For the slow kids in the back, you're going to get paid 8% to wait around to collect 50%. Man, you don't need a name. Click the bio link. I'm going to say it one more time for the slow kids in the back. You're going to get paid 8% to sit around and wait to collect on 50%. You can't beat that deal. Only in America. So if we go to, well, that's probably not true. MLPX is another one that I'm in. MLPX is already breaking out. What is the target on MLPX? It pays an 8% dividend yield as well. Think on that for a second. So what does that mean? It means, man, you can go big on those stocks. Why not? You can go big. What the fuck? Come on, man. Hold on, I'm having some problems here. MLP. I guess I was typing it wrong. I guess they don't cover it, man. I don't know what's going on there. All right, what about ETRN? That's another one that pays 8%. It's also an MLP. All right, now that one's only got an $11 target. Now let me tell you a little something about this one. So this is an MLPX. No, it's MPLX. I'm sorry, man. I'm being a dummy. That other one was the ETF that makes up these. These are called master limited partnerships. These are all your gas lines. These are the people that store gas. These are the guys that run gas to your house, right? Gas that runs from underground into your home is run by people like Energy Transfer Partners, ET, or MPLX, or ETRN. And these, please, nobody's checking your dashboard, dude. Nobody even knows who you are. Boring. He said boring. That's because he's dumb. He thinks 8% and 50% returns is boring. I like it, man. Trading should be boring, dummy. So let me just get it all out because I'm gonna be a different person, and next year I'm gonna be nice and positive. So I need to get it all out right now for the rest of the year. Anybody that thinks 50% returns and 8% dividend yields is boring is a complete dipshit. So this is where we're trying to get to. This is stage 2 breakout. If you were trading it, I don't know why you would trade ET or MPLX or ETRN, but these are all part of the oil space. Pay huge dividends. I would not trade these. I mean, you could if you took huge positions, I guess. I would just own them, and I would just buy stage 1s, all the stage 1s, and just collect the money. So now let's get back to what is something that he considers exciting. Give me something exciting, sir, that makes you tingle inside when they bring it up. You just go, oh my God. Oh, don't say that again. Here's an exciting one that I've been doing. Hanes Brands. You know, underwear. Now, this stock pays, what is it, a 4.5% dividend yield? It is about 30 to 40% undervalued. Let's see. Hanes Brands. This is exciting. Hanes Brands has a $22 target, right? $22. So that's 33% upside. Now, where does the money flow say it would go? If you could trade this one. It would be here, right? And then right around in here, which is right at the 200. So this, you could trade this. This is definitely going to here, without a doubt. It goes from here to here and then to here. How many money flow cycles is this going to be? I don't know, man. It's going to run through the cycles. Sideways up, sideways down, sideways up, sideways down, right? Sideways up. And then as we go through the money flow, right? But eventually it goes to stage 3, which is true value. And then when it does that, if you're position trading, probably no reason to own that much of the stock anymore. So you would downsize it. If you're swing trading, you would have been probably in and out a bunch of times long before you got to there. Dividends if you have big money. Big boy money for sure. He said don't change too much. People need it. Dividends or crypto if you have a small amount of money. That depends, man. I get that question a lot. Here's the problem, bro. Here's the problem with this. If you don't have a buy and hold account and you're not involved in dividends and you're not doing that, let me tell you what you will never fucking have in your life. That. You get what I'm saying there? So you understand I can never get an apartment building if I'm not somehow involved in doing that to get me there, right? So I have to be involved. So if one day you do have enough money and you do have big money and you are getting money, you won't know what you're doing because you haven't been doing it. Make sense? And so part of this is not about results, but about putting in the work and repetition, meaning repetition is the mother of skill. So whether you want to rip up or get larger, you still got to go to the damn gym, right? So my point is you could get on M1 Finance, buy 30 dividend stocks inside of what they call a pie, and now you have this dividend portfolio. And you throw $5 at it, $10 at it. Maybe it's not your focus right now. It's not your focus, but you're consistently doing. What does that cause? You now become the kind of person that consistently invests. You don't need to be taught that. You don't need to be explained it. You're already doing it, no matter how small that number is. Nobody BT under 18,000. Sir, you know how stupid that sounds. Yeah, I would go. M1 Finance is a great way to do the Dogs of the Dow, chapter 10 out of my free ebook. If you've read on that, you could go through those dog stocks. And Amgen was one that I was buying pretty aggressive all year. Hold on, AMGN. Now look at it. So I've just been buying these stage ones, man. Buy some here, right? But some of these stage ones were higher. Now this is buy and hold stuff. So bought some over here. Bought some here. You know, just 1 share, 2 share. But M1 you can do partial shares, some there. And then now what? Now we're way up here, right? And this thing pays a dividend. And let's see. You're very welcome, sir. You've lost over $8,000 in trading. Man, I lost about $70,000. Sounds like you're just getting started. Are you complaining or are you bragging? Because I lost about $70,000 learning to trade, learning the money flow, learning this here. I lost about $70,000. So I don't know, are you bragging or complaining? Maybe you got off cheap. Hey, GP, are you cutting any losses to cover your wins for taxes? No, I am not. I am not. You better get to clicking, bro. If you're doing that, your fucking window's closing in on you. But make sure it's going to help you, man. Some people use that tax harvesting thing. It's not going to help. You can only claim $3,000 in losses. You know that, right? I mean, you can offset wins, but to go into the zero, let's say you lost 50 G's trading. You can only deduct 3 from your taxes. And then next year 3, and then next year 3. And you just continuously carry over 3. So you've always got this $3,000 deduction until you get to your 50 G's. But if you know you do have some big winners, then yeah, you could sell some losers to offset it for sure. If that makes sense, if it's even going to help you, like make sure it's even going to help you. Right, this guy. Let's get rid of this guy. So Just make sure that shit's going to help you. Look at this, though. Look how it went straight to the 200 and stopped. So all you guys in the money flow gang, you know what I'm talking about here. Look, when we find these big cap stocks that fall way below the 200, and as long as everything's okay with the dividend, meaning they have some problems, maybe they're out of favor with the market, whatever, that's fine. And one of my biggest trades last year was Exxon. The moment it went under this 200, and the further down it went, I wanted to buy all the stage ones. I just nibble all year. They were like, oh, but it's so far down. Good. Just keep nibbling. Shit, stay down for 10 fucking years. Because why? Eventually, it's going to rip, man. That's what they do. And they go back to the 200. That is what they do. Wow. What is all this nonsense, man? I don't even know where it comes from. I don't know who these people are. I think I get targeted for hits. They're like, GP was so mean to me. I'm going to send bots after him. Let's see. Look at Pfizer. She's got bananas and kisses. All right, you can't put bananas and kisses in the same thing. I got to remove you. You're gone, baby. Let's see. Pfizer. Nothing to report here. Really ain't nothing to look at, man. Market's in an uptrend. Let's get rid of this guy. Let's see. Yeah, man, that lady all perverted. Let's see. I don't know where they come from, man. Oh, yeah, let's look at some airlines. Jesus, man. It's like craziness outside of my house already. This is going to be a loud night, I think. So let's look at the ETF that does airlines. Jet. Way below the 200. Let's look at Delta's, how I'm playing airlines. I don't know what you're doing. Delta's way below. And what is Delta worth? These stocks are a discount right now, man. $52 target on Delta. And we're trading at $39. So, crypto. Let's see. That's a buy right there, right? Price putting in a box, getting right back above the 5-day. So these are buys, right? This is be our target if you're trading. So for me, Delta's move. Well, no, not really. Look, it's pretty close to the breakout day. Yeah, you could still buy it here. I might go live tonight, but if there's a lot of people here, the cell phone service doesn't work. And I'm really not going to party, but I probably will walk down to Bourbon just to get some video footage. That's probably a good idea. You got to be careful, though, man. These crazy motherfuckers will reach up and grab your phone out of your hand, dude, and take off running. So you got to be careful. I was going to selfie stick it, but I think what I may do is take my old phone and just shoot video footage and then upload it later. That may be the smart way. In case they snag it, they'll snag my old phone and not my new phone. There's a lot of crazy street people down here, man. Let's look at, appreciate that, Lucky. All right, yep. Delta, American Airlines, they all look the same. They're all undervalued, guys. They're just dealing with this Omicron, man, Omicron. Yeah, the guy stole my truck. They caught him. It's at the dealership now, and it's all fucked up. Huh. So I wonder why I work 6 days a week, shift to shift, trying to make some money. He said beat him with the selfie stick. Yeah, no shit. Airline's a new oil play. Yeah. Sometimes those are good observation. A lot of times the airlines and oil are directly connected. Yeah, Jets is the ETF that plays all of them. Yeah, they already had the streets blocked off, man. The police weren't going to let me through. And I had to explain to the cop, like, we had to explain like 3 times, we live over there. Please let me through. Oh, sir, you are from any country? No. Yes, I think we're all from any country here. Oh, DraftKings. Let's look at DraftKings. I know it looks shitty. DraftKings still looks shitty. If you don't own any, this is a good spot to pick up a little. If you do own a bunch, I know it kind of sucks right now, but I wouldn't give up on it. Let's see. I'm just picking on the way that you type English. Don't take it personal. Let's see. He said I'd pay for that content. What, beating him with a selfie stick? If you're not in DraftKings, my God, this is a nice spot to get in. So stage 1, huge stage 4. Stock is way undervalued, but these stocks are not getting any love right here, man. This would be a crypto Bitcoin. Nobody even knows what you're saying, sir. $47. Is that what they have on? Let's see, D key and G. Then I gotta put in some security cameras. Yeah, they got 51 right now. That's probably a little high, but that's what they have on. Most people think it's worth a hell of a lot more than it's trading for now. I'm slow. I don't understand. You're good, bro. You're one of God's children. You're good. All right, so let me go back to what we were looking at when I came on so we can wrap up with the money flow and something positive, not me making fun of people's English. I hate having learning disability. Are you bragging or complaining? You probably get better parking if you have a learning disability. So the money flow, this pattern here is what we're trading, right? Sideways, this is called accumulation. This is where stocks tend to go up and go down. And you'll get these little stages that'll form from, that's price, the line there's price. The arrow is showing direction. So if we're looking at Spotify, you'll see me talk about these zones of accumulation. I call them a box. Other people call them different things. It's when price stops dropping, meaning puts in a low right there, stops dropping, right? It was going down. It was going down, 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 and it stopped. And you can track it because it's called a pivot point. And you want to do pivot points, right? And so pivot points are just the lowest low, right? So a very simple way to explain a pivot point. If you're looking over here, look, that's the very high. You can draw it. And I know we're looking back in the past, right? But we use the past to get to the future. Pivot point, right? Pivot point, right? Pivot point. You see what I'm doing? What does that do? That's adding order, structure to price. And then if, like a good third grader, you took a crayon and you just fucking connected them. Not that complicated. And people will be like, I don't understand. I know. You got to simplify it, man. Now what? You have price moving down. Well, you could call that a descending channel. You could get as complicated with that shit as you want. Or you could just say, that's a stage 4 decline. Now, how do we know a decline? Price goes below that green line. So when you look at the money flow, right? When you look at the, now I'm going to go real slow. When you look at the money flow pattern, you're going to see price go below the green line. When it goes below the green line, even people with learning this, everybody can get this. Look, right there. It went below the green line. Now, everybody's like, well, this is complicated. No, it's not. It is not complicated. So if I just gave you a marker and I said, listen, print off that chart, get a marker, and everywhere that it goes above the green line, draw me a circle. When it goes below it, draw me a circle. Right? Look. Now, why would you not like, I love stage 4 declines. Why don't you like stage 4 declines, sir? Right? And then what? So when it breaks above it, we assume it's going to go higher. And when it breaks below it, we assume it's going to go lower. Now, here's what nobody knows. How far? Nobody knows. So guys that tell you they think they know where stocks are going are full of shit. They're delusional. I don't know if they suffer from ego problems or they're just usually they're trying to sell you something. They don't know. I don't know. Ray Dalio doesn't know. If they fucking knew, they'd have all the money in the world. They would win on all their trades. So they don't know. So we're all dealing with uncertainty. We don't know. But what we can know is these patterns, meaning when a price goes up or price goes down, you're going to see a similar pattern. So when I'm looking at the money flow, I'm looking at 5 or 6 indicators to help me determine stage 3 or stage 1. Almost every time on a stage 1, I'm going to get a pivot point. Remember I said that's a day that becomes the highest high of the up move. So if I'm looking over here, this up move, right? This move up, which was defined as what? Right here, price breaking above. Price went above the green line. So get your markers out and you draw it like you were in 3rd grade. Right there. There we go. We draw the line. That's price breaking out, right? Price is now moving above the green line, which is defined as a stage 2 breakout. Now, that's what my book is about. Book is all about the stage 2 breakout. Now, when you come trade with me, you're going to notice, well, Gerald does a lot of other shit. I know. See, I can't write the whole world in one book. Like, it's not the book of everything. It's the book of the stage 2 breakout. You get what I'm saying? And it describes stage 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s. But what it's trying to teach you is if you're a trader and you're trying to jump in, catch a move, jump out, well, you want to buy the breakout. And when it looks like it's done going up, get out. That's it. Super simple, right? Super simple. And that's a breakout. A lot of my trading, I used to just breakout trade. That was it. I would just catch a breakout and that's it. I move on, right? And if I get stopped out, then I get stopped out. Where's another breakout? Right there. There's a breakout right there. Where's a breakout? That's a breakout right there, right? Wow, where all these guys come from, man. All right. Over here's a breakout. So we know the green line, which is the 20-day moving average. All that green line is 20 days. I don't know if you know this, the stock market's open 5 days a week. 5, right? So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So there's 5 days in a week. This red line, this little dotted lead line, is the 5-day exponential moving average. So when you see that and it's above this blue one, the blue one is the 10-day. Now, I told you I could teach 4th graders to trade. It's adults that make the shit complicated. So if we're looking at this on Instagram, and you notice they're dotted, why? Because they're minor moving averages. This is a major moving average. Majors are solid, minors are dotted. What's most important is the numerical alignment of them, meaning the 5 is above the 10. What is that telling you? Johnny in the back in 3rd grade, what is that telling you when the 5-day average is above the 10-day average? Johnny, what does that mean? Well, Mr. Peters, that means that today's price is higher than the average last 5 days, but it's also higher than the average of the last 10 days. Oh, okay. So now what does that mean? It means it's bullish, meaning price is numeric. And now if you look, 5-day, 10-day, 20, they're all pointing the same direction, numerically aligned. Okay, Johnny. So what happens if that was to invert? Well, what if that inverted? Don't ask your parents. They get it too complicated. Don't ask them. They don't know. They filter it. They go, yeah, man, but on YouTube, they said the Robert Kiyosaki said stocks were going to crash. Okay, well, let's keep it 3rd grade. When crashes happen, Johnny, guess what happens? Price goes below the green line. So you could draw it right there. See, you draw a line. It's below the green line. And then what happens? The 5-day and the 10-day, they turn down. They go down. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means it's bearish. And so if we're watching the money flow, it's right there. Right here. I could make this so simple. Trading is so simple. It's all the shit that people put in their mind in the meantime. Like the other day I posted about Gush breaking out, and a guy sent me this thing on number of barrels and the shit going on in the Middle East and this and that. It was this fucking 18-page fucking report on oil. I'm like, bro, I don't need all that shit. I really don't need it. It's either breaking out or it's breaking down. I don't really care why. It doesn't matter. Now, you could be interested. You could go read it, but you're not going to read an 18-page thing and form some thesis in your brain and then go get rich like that. If you could do that, then all college professors and PhD holders and people that are really, really fucking brilliantly smart, they would all be rich, and they're not. They're not. So my point to that is, yes, it's cool to go read that stuff, and if you like it, but none of it matters. And every time I show like a breakout or this and that, I get some people explain to me. I'm like, dude, fuck all. I can't. This is what I'm looking at. This is all I know. It's going up or it's going down. Now, you could go read and make a thesis and then wait for it to happen. In other words, let's say you have something coming down, 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 but you're reading and you're formulating, no, man, this needs to be higher. That's how you use the news. That's how you use fundamental information, is when this, all of a sudden it gets down, down. Now what? You're like, dude, I got to buy this stage 1, right? And you're looking over here, stage 1. Why? Because this shit is way too cheap. So you're still using the charts to do that. You're not using news and information to get you out of a trade. You're using it to get you into trades. Does that make sense? Man, oh man, oh man. So as we look at this, if you come over here, you're going to see the indicators in the money flow. 5-day exponential. There's a reason it's an exponential. I got a whole video where we spend 40 minutes literally talking about the alignment of the 5, 10-day, and 20-day video. And there's a reason this is a simple. The money flow is fractal. You could have a $1,000 account and I have a $10 million account, and we both take the same trade. You could buy 10 shares and I buy 10,000 shares, and we both take the same trade. It's fractal. 5 goes into 10, right? Both 5 and 10 go into 20. It's fractal. Whole thing is fractal. You're going to get rich off. All right. Somehow we just opened up a wave of stupid. See number 5 here? Mr. Please Answer Me. Support and resistance, man. Support. All right, let me get rid of all these guys. Hold on. Everyone that asks a stupid question, I just got to remove you here. Let's see. There we go. I really don't know where these people came from, man. This guy, I'm going to get rich off Shiba coins. Yes, sir. You probably will get rich off your Shiba coins. I would go ahead and start spending that money now. Let's see. I guess I need to start going live and just stand here and just block. I have no idea, man. I'm being bot attacked for some reason. I have no idea, man. You will realize the money flow is a religion. Yes, sir. So anyway, my point to my little tirade there is like, this stuff is super simple. You want to keep it super simple the best you can. And that'll make your trading a lot easier. I think, man, they're getting me. I was in Iraq, man. I think it's payback. I think they found, yeah. That's what somebody else said it just as I was saying it. It's payback, bro. They were like, GP was in Iraq. Let's get his ass. Yes, there are a lot of bats. After I started following you, there were like 20 other accounts with your name. I started following me. You know why? Because they know what I got, man. That's what happens, man. A lot of people pretend to be Jesus. They want to get in on that, man. Let's see. It's almost comical, though. What is your major? My major malfunction? I ain't got one. Let's see. My college? I didn't go to college, bro. That's not true. I did take a little bit of community college, but let's see, man. That's it. I got to go put up some security cameras and get ready for New Year's. Yeah, DS. Let's look at DS real quick. I've been drip buying DS every day, buying a little bit, man. Every day I'm buying a little bit. Don't get too heavy in it, but I do think this is going to pay off in the future. This is a real business, makes real money doing real shit. So, yeah, man, I wish these bots would buy my book. I'd probably get rich. What's up? What's up, Brett? Nobody's following you. We're going to remove you. We'll look at Pinterest real quick. That was a nice little breakout. I'm in Pinterest as well. That's also a buy and hold from me too. Super cheap. Still a stage 1. You've been buying Filecoin on the way down. Security cameras for new. Now I'm just putting up security cameras at all my properties. Let's see. Yeah, Pins looks good here. It's just, these stocks are out of favor right now, man. So I like it. I don't really like anything here. I like ARK. I like growth, but we've been saying that. Bitcoin's back into stage 1. I kind of like that. There's nothing jumping off at me as far as buy and holds. MLPs are cheap right now. That's about it. Hanes Brands is still cheap right now. We were talking about, I had Target in the newsletter. Apparently I didn't make this big enough deal, but like when Target was right here at 220, I had it in the newsletter. And look, perfect money flow pattern, right? And that was on the live the other day, a couple weeks ago. We were going through the different sectors, and the only sector on sale was, these retailers. There's your box. There's your stage 1. Now it's breaking out today. Your target would be target on target would be right around in there. I said I was in Walmart, but if I wasn't in Walmart or anything, if you wanted to pick up a new one, Target, BBY is not bad, but it's kind of lagging the rest of the sector. I don't know why. There were several of these. I am a professional trading, right? Well, you need to learn English as part of your profession, sir. No sense looking at Square. If you're interested in nobody wants to get the fuck out of here. That's it, man. What's up, Rich? Good afternoon, Gerald. What makes you consider a stock a buy or hold rather than a swing trade? That's kind of a big question, man. You're getting into portfolio management. But value, if it's undervalued and there's a lot of room for upside and it pays a dividend, then I like to keep it in my buy and hold. That's kind of a big question, not simple. But swing trading, I'm looking for stuff like Spotify. You could hold Spotify in your buy and hold too. You could trade anything, man. You could trade anything. A lot of it depends on your account size too. If you're trading, I don't know. It's bigger than that too. I want to keep stocks that I think are going to be for the rest of my life. Does that make sense? So almost everything in my buy and hold, I think about 90% of your buy and hold should be dividend stocks. That's just my personal opinion. But I also have Uber in there and I have Facebook in there. They don't pay a dividend. I have ARK in my buy and hold. Instead of having all these different, Uber and DraftKings, all that shit in my buy and hold, I just hold ARK and get a bunch of money in ARK. She buys all those stocks for you. And then you can go buy, a good dividend in oil stocks, a good bond stock, a good REIT stock, a good this. You don't have to get complicated building your portfolio. So if it's going to be buy and hold, keep it simple, man. Like, if you look at mine, most of those, it's McDonald's, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, 3M, shit like that. Verizon, AT&T, Exxon. It's nothing complicated or fancy, man. I'm just looking. And when I add new money, first thing I do is scan through Watch this, and then I'll get off. It's the end of the year, so I wanted to talk for a minute. Don't shout me down. I'm preaching good. So, look at this. This is buy and hold stuff. Amgen pays a dividend. Okay, ARK Funds does not. But this is one of the only growth stocks in my buy and hold. And then it's BX, Blackstone, pays a dividend, right? Campbell's Soup pays a dividend, right? So we're just going down the list. CRM does not pay a dividend, but is in the Dow. And the only reason I added this to my buy and hold is when I bought it, it was really, really, really cheap. And so that whenever I'm looking in, when I put new money in, first thing I do is scan my own portfolio. So if I was going to put new money in today, I like this. Look, that's a stage 1. That would be an option. So every day I go down the list, looking at the stocks I already own. Is this on sale? Well, let's look and see. What is Chevron? Should I add more to my Chevron position? Let's say I just put in $300 in my account. Chevron is worth, they say, $135. Is it on sale? No. Nope, I'm not buying that. Now, what about Delta? And I just go down the list. And so I'm always looking out. But then when I get to one that I may want to buy, I go look and see how large a position is it within my portfolio. If it's a very large position, then I got to pass. Right? And I just keep going down that philosophy. And then let's say there's nothing in my portfolio on sale and I have money. Then I start looking, is there something new I might want to put in my portfolio? And I try to add 1 or 2, maybe 3 new stocks every year to the buy and hold. And I just keep that philosophy going. Most of the time I'm adding to shit I already own. Most of the shit I'm adding to shit I already own. No airlines, they're going to collapse, I think. Well, that's complete nonsense, sir. Airlines are not going to collapse. Fucking Delta is having record year. They're on track to beat their post-COVID or pre-COVID year right now. Do you cap your buy and hold positions percentage? Yeah, I do cap them, but if they run, I'll let them run. Like right now, BX is like almost 3 times larger than the next position in my portfolio. Let's see. So there's a lot. There's whole books written on portfolio management. And you want to go through. Practice doing that stuff. Here's one FE. We were buying this in the low 20s when it crashed. So an example, what I want to buy, whoever's buying this today is a complete dumbass. Like right now, someone is buying this stock. The RSI is 72. I would never buy this. Never. Never. Never fucking never. Where would I buy it? Back here, big stage 1 starts to go sideways. There's your breakout, right? It's the money flow, man. Look. And that's what the money flow is trying to get you to do. Buy stage 1s, buy breakouts. Buy stage 1s, buy breakouts. Drop some names of books. My book, bro. Why the fuck am I going to promote other books on here? So, what is this? Stage 4 decline, stage 1. So, buy. You could buy here. You don't buy up here. That's the top. So, what these people are buying today is this right here. They're buying a stage 3, man. How do you know it's a stage 3? The RSI went over 70. RSI. Right here. Oh, man. These guys are dropping book name. Drop book name so I can block you. Put all your favorite books out so I can block you right now. Say one other book than mine, let me block you. What is wrong with you guys, man? Do you worry so much about where the 200 is? No. Depends. It depends. Sometimes the 200 comes into play, sometimes it doesn't. Let's see. Oh, you guys are right. Well, I'm going to drop other books. I'm going to let G bring an audience in, and then we're going to promote other books. Fuck out of here. What's wrong with you guys? Let me just go get 1,000 people, and then we'll promote their book. My man said the Jungle Book. He redeemed himself, the Jungle Book. Let's see what YouTube... I don't have my dual monitor, so you're going to see a reflection here. So I can't, my other phone was dead, so I couldn't read the comments on YouTube while I was live. Let's see. Does anyone send newsletter out every week? I don't send it, bro. It just updates. You just go there and look. I want to make spreading the trading gospel. There's no affiliate program, man. What's up, Matt? I probably should have one of some sort, but I don't. What's up, Will? All right, man. Appreciate you guys. I just wanted to go live before the end of the year. I got to get ready. I'm going to put up some security cameras, see if I can catch some fun stuff here on people coming off Bourbon Street tonight. You guys be good. Appreciate you. Hit my bio link. It's all right there, man, if you need it. As far as somebody, I always get asked all the time about the newsletter. Do I send it out? No, you lazy bastards. You go to the website and you look and it clicks. Fuck, I guess I got to go to your house, knock on the door and go, hey, man, I updated newsletter. If you want to read it, go read it. I guess I got to come tell you. You can't, it's fucking free, man. I got to come and knock. Hey, I updated it. Let me let you in on it. Hey, it's updated. So look, see right here? It's updated on 12/29. That was the other day. And I said, end of the year push into tax sheltered buy and hold account. Now, if you want it in real time, you can trade with me. And I text it to you as I'm doing it in real fucking time. And then the next day, or when I get time, I come over here and I update this. And there's my trading log. Unlike you guys, I keep it public. And you can see every move I make. Boom, boom, boom. Look at this. It'll make your head spin. Trim UTSL. Hit first target. New swing trade in WX. So that was on 12/13. Let's look. Let's look at that real quick before we go. Make sure I'm not full of shit. Let's go to UTSL. And let's go to 12/13. Oh, look. Up. Let's back it up. Look at this. So that was that day right there. Now, why was I selling? Because it hit the previous high. Right? Isn't that how the money flow works? Right? Came back down. Bam! Hit the previous high. Sell some. Then we do what? We stay with it. Now we head up and what? Now it's hitting a 70-something RSI. So we trim some more. So if you look at the newsletter, where does it say? 12/22, buy and swing trade, trimming UTSL. Why? Because it's hitting an extreme RSI. Let's see. What day was that? Well, now we're hitting the extreme. So let's see. What else are we doing here? Stage 1 buy in Twitter, adding to spot. That's the one we were just looking at. What else we got? Closing, adding to Delta. We were just talking about Delta, remember? So this is a good idea for yourself. Oh. Remember? What does it say on 12/13? New swing trade in WBX. Now, these I will text. If you're on my email list, get on the email list on this. If you go to the bottom of the newsletter right here, look, you go down here and you just click it. It'll bring it up so you can subscribe to it. I do send out whenever I do a new trade of the week, which was right here. WBX. Those I do send out. I also tweet them after I let everybody in the Money Flow group get in. So let's look at WBX. It was going good. I think it slowed down a little bit. Yeah, we're still in there. So that was over here. Hold on. That was over here. Came back down. Now we're ripping. We're looking to get $19 out. That's a swing trade. That's a swing trade. So you'll probably only get an email about the newsletter about once a month. But I do try to update it on a regular basis. Also, the crypto stuff is in there, man. You should do this too. This is an example for you. So market status. Where's the S&P? Where are the Qs? Where's oil? Where are bonds? Where's Bitcoin? What stocks am I looking at swing trading? They're all listed right there. So every day I'm scanning these looking for breakouts or possible setups to buy, right? But let's go to the back. You should keep your own log like this, man. I know you're fucking busy. You got time to go hang out with your stupid boyfriend, though, but you ain't got time to log your trades. I get it. I know. Let's see. I know. Let's see. So there's the Bitcoin stuff. Trades were in there. Keeping up with Bitcoin. I know you don't have time to do this, but you got time to hang out with. You got all kinds of time in the world, but no time for this. Let's see. Bitcoin, Ethereum. This is that 3X portfolio. It's kind of interesting, man. You can go to M1 Finance. And don't ask me how to operate it. It took me a minute to figure it out, and I have zero interest in trying to walk people through this. Zero. Because it takes a minute. You got to watch the videos. But I'm doing a triple leverage fund, and I want you to notice something. The return on the year. Yesterday, it was up 71% on the year. This year, it's up. I don't know what it is today. I'll look and see what it is today. And all I do is have 3 things in there. Now, I've recently added 2 more things. The goal of that isn't to have 50 and 60 things. The goal of that, this is a triple leveraged. It explains it all up here. Anyway, this crushed my trading this year. This crushed the market this year because it basically is the market but leveraged. And it has bonds in there to try to help with the sell-off. Interesting. Go check it out. See what you think. It's fascinating. I ran it almost all of last year, and it's up. Yesterday it was 71%. I don't know what it is right now. It'll close out the year, and then this coming year I'm gonna start adding more money to this and try to push it harder because I only had like 10 grand in there. So, but I started it with $100, and you can see I'm up $3,108, and then it's sitting in cash for the tune of about 1,700, I think. So anyway, go read and check it out. All right, man. You guys be good.
What's going on, everyone?
All right, YouTube. Let me see. Yeah, sorry I wasn't talking. I couldn't see, man. My other phone was dead, so I couldn't see any comments while I was doing. Jessica said, gang, gang. What's up, gang, gang? Appreciate, yeah, man. Yeah, that M1 stuff is fine. It's fascinating. I don't know how long that lasts. It crushed it for this last year. I'm gonna run it again this year, just keeping it the same. I added 2 things. I'm going round and round and round about keeping those 2 things in, because I don't want to dilute what the original plan for it was, which was the 3 triple leverage funds with the bonds trying to soften the downside. But it really swings. Remember, it's 3x, so when it goes up or down, it's 3x. And then you can borrow against that for 2%. So think about this for a second. A fund that is up 70% on the year, I can borrow against it for 2%. So if I would have had 100 grand in there, the count would be up, be at 170,000, and I can borrow against it at 2%, which is a hell of a lot cheaper than the bank. So as a real estate investor, it's fascinating to me because, like, what if I had $500,000 in there? I could borrow to buy a fucking house in cash and pay 2%. Just, I don't know, playing with it. When I say playing with it, I mean, I'm not moving in and out, in and out. That's not what it is. It's a buy and hold, but it's leveraged. So obviously in a market meltdown, it's going to come way down. The bonds are in there. In theory, they go up when the market goes down, so they should offset some of that loss. I recently, whenever art goes on sale, I've been adding it to it, and I've been playing with the idea of keeping a 5% weighting in Bitcoin. I go around and around about doing that. I don't want to make it overly complicated, because then you could say, well, add this and this and this, and then now you just got a fucking mutual fund, and you just defeated the whole purpose of having it the way it is. So interesting anyway, and you can do it for cheap, man. You could put $100 in there, and you could see it going up, and you could see the funds. But Don't ask me how to set it up. It's complicated, and it took me a minute to figure it out. M1 Finance is a little bit of... There's YouTube videos that explain how to set the pies up and how to divert it, and you can put as little as like $30, and it'll split it evenly across all those different assets that you have in there. So it's a great platform for buy and hold too, in my opinion, because you can do partial shares. You can, in one click, you could buy, 30 stocks. It's pretty cool. You're buying CRM right now. Yes, sir. I like CRM right here, man. It's a good setup. All right, man. You guys be good.